Back in the mid-1970s, a small group of British bikes were standing back to back, trying to hold back the flood of imports like the Thin Red Line at Rokes Drift. Chief amongst them, and one of the last to fall under the deluge of imports from Japan, was the 750 Triumph Bonneville, more particularly the peanut tank high bar model known universally as the Export Bonnie. When Triumph launched this new custom Bonneville America last year, the spirit of the Export Bonnie surely looked down from above and saw that it had not died in vain. The British industry has seen a resurgence with the new Triumph company manufacturing high-tech, high-quality bikes. They took on the Japanese, matched them for performance and engineering, and once more carved out a market share for the well-loved Triumph name. When they relaunched the Bonneville last year, it was no leaky, vibratory old design, but a brand new, thoroughly modern 790cc DOHC twin, which captured all the charm of its historic predecessor, with none of the grief. The Bonneville America is developed from the standard Bonnie, but this is no mere makeover with a change of tank and handlebar. The engine has been redesigned with a firing angle of 270 degrees and now kicks out just over 61 brake horsepower. The frame has been reworked to give a much lower seat height, and wheels, forks and running gear are all restyled to fit in with the cruiser look. Those wide pullback handlebars and optional footboards ease you back into the snug seat in best cruiser tradition. The tank, yokes, side panels and big meaty fenders present a profile which, while slightly Harley-esque, is unique and exclusively British. And those beautiful tank badges, classic shaped timing cover and chrome trimmed air filter all pay homage to the bike's ancestry without ever looking anything but utterly modern. To my ears, the standard pipes sound a little strangled, and personally I'd run the gauntlet of the environmentalists and fit something a little louder and freer breathing. On the road, the bike is light and easy to handle, the dry weight of 205 kilograms producing a responsive, flickable chassis with suspension which feels surprisingly sporty for a cruiser. Ground clearance is good, and the single disc brakes front and rear work well. You can have a lot of fun on this bike. It loves twisty back roads, and it's still powerful enough to cover long distances at respectable speeds when required. In fact, it makes an excellent all-rounder with good comfort for both rider and passenger. A range of screens, panniers and backrests are all available from the accessory catalogue. And if you do find the styling a little too extreme, you can always opt for the standard Bonneville and relive the glory days of 1969. For performance, I'll give it 6. With 61 brake horsepower and 45 foot-pounds of torque available, the Bonneville isn't the fastest bike on the street. As a package though, the Bonneville delivers. The power is well matched to the chassis and it goes, stops and handles well. If you're in the cruiser market, you won't be disappointed, and it's quick enough to be lots of fun on the open road. Comfort, 7. You're always going to get some discomfort from the splayed out riding position and lack of windshield at speed, but ridden more moderately, the bike feels fine. The seat is low and wide, and the bars and pegs give just the right profile for boulevard posing. A small backrest for the passenger would make it even better. Build quality, 8 out of 10. Finish on paint and chrome is good, and the fasteners look durable. I do have reservations about some of the trim, like the gearbox cover, which looks a little overstyled. But loved and polished, this bike should keep its good looks as well as anything from Japan. At £6,349 on the road, the Bonneville America drops right into the middle of the cruiser market. Most serious competition will come from the Kawasaki VN800 at just over £6,000 and the latest Suzuki Intruder at just over £5,500. And don't forget the Harley Sportster, whose basic 883 model undercuts the Bonnie by over £1,000. It's not cheap, but you do get a lot of bike for your money, and depreciation shouldn't be too bad. And it's well built. All in all, I'll give it 6 for value. For street cred, 8 out of 10. Few bikes have a heritage like this one, and wherever you go you'll be accompanied by the spirit of generations of Bonneville riders. If you're looking for a British alternative, you'll find it here. The Export Bonnie is dead. Long live the Bonneville America.